link and send it to the text so I can send it to Twitter? No? Yes? No, not yet. Tell me when you do so I can send it to Twitter. Hey, can you guys see us and hear us? Check. All right. Oh, there. No, can you see us or hear us? Say yes or no, please. I can't see you guys. I can hear now. And can you see us? Waving? Same?
Okay. Hold on. Is
that not the link? All right, both. Okay. All right. I don't know who's on here yet, but we'll just start right now. So basically, when we use that other program, it goes hella slow. All right, so it just doesn't work at all. I'm not. Whenever I test it at nighttime, it works fine. So I think what it is, it's a signal thing where during the daytime it's just really trafficy and like a lot of people are showing. So it's okay. Does that link work now?
Yeah.
So I can text that out. Let me just send out the tweet real quick, and then we'll just begin. All right. So it's that link, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tweet. All right. New link for the live stream. And Paige, you can talk to them.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Just
Krishna, Gabby, Finn.
All right, I just sent that out. Anyway, well, let's just try to go the best that we can. We didn't have too much stuff to go over on the iPad screen, so it's not that bad. But I did have a few things. So again, we'll just go with the flow of it. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to fix this, but again, I'm trying. And I think Blake was in on my live chat way late, like two nights ago. And it worked well. So it's just the daytime versus nighttime thing. So if you have any questions, again, we can answer them right there. I'll try to speak to you guys like you totally understand everything that I'm saying, even though you won't have visual cues. Okay. So if I'm speaking too fast, again, just ask questions in the comment section. Really try to pay attention though. Okay. First things first is for the quote of the day. I have to actually use the book now for this. The quote of the day is, success can't be forced. All right. Success can't be forced. And for you guys, that means it doesn't mean that you can't force yourself to be successful. It means that other people can't force you to be successful. All right. So when you're just a kid and you don't know exactly what you want to do, all right, and years go by, and then all of a sudden you're in high school, you're a junior, and you're like, I want to become an NBA player now. Well, the answer is it's too late. Okay, and if you rewound time, you could get mad at your parents if you want, but really, what were they supposed to do? I mean, if they did push you to have that dream, you would have probably hated them.
Yeah.
You would have cried every single night. You would have despised them. And again, if you fast forward, all they were trying to do was try to get you to the NBA.
Yeah.
So if you push those two time limits together, that's where it gets kind of funny. It's a door on the left that says this is the NBA, and there's a door on the right that says this is a regular life. Your parents were trying to push you toward the NBA door, and you were just screaming at them, no, I don't want to. No. And they're like, no, here's the NBA right here. Open the door. Let me go. You like punch them in the face, and they're like, stop hitting me. I want you to go to the NBA. And you're like, please stop it. I don't want this. Yeah. Right? And it's not just them. You're fighting yourself as well. You're fighting your pillow in the morning. Right? And all these things they're just your coaches, your teachers. They're only trying to push you toward greatness, but you're fighting it every step of the way. Like, did you do your homework tonight? I hate you. Leave me alone. Boom, you're fighting them. Yeah. And you're begging for a smaller paycheck. Yeah. You're begging for less chance to be great at basketball. You're begging for it every single time that you fight against these people. Okay? So realize the people that are put in your life, the people that are saying the obvious things to do, like run a mile a day, shoot 500 shots, they're pushing you. you can't ever be mad at those people.
No.
All right, they're trying to hand you a paycheck.
Yeah.
They're trying to hand you money, and you slap it out of their hands. All right, so it gets kind of silly.
You gotta want to do it yourself. You
Right.
gotta want to push yourself. We can only push you so far. You gotta take that extra step.
All right, so again, the quote of the day is success can't be forced. All right, don't forget that. All right, next thing. We were supposed to talk about the homework and show you guys the updated homework list. All right, we do not have that list. All right, but I do have it on my phone. All right, last week's homework leaders. You want to look up the website, homework leaders? All right, last week's homework leaders. It was. Where's the top 3? I had it in a text that I sent Kendrick.
Yeah.
Again, we know, not very professional, you guys. It's okay, though. All right, so let's see. Kendrick,
Here we go.
you got that, too?
Yeah.
All right, let me see that one. All right, so we got the top ones for attendance-wise was Finn, Finley, and Blake. And then we have Rin, Gavin, Edward, Cam, Leandre, Armand, and Krishna with 2 points. Gabby and Troy had 1 point. But then we added the Zoom stuff. And the Zoom stuff went like this.
Blake, 2. Gavin, Leandre, Elliott, Finn, Finley, and Rand all had 2. They all did great, awesome with the Zoom workouts. Armand, I gave you 1.5, and it was because I thought you could speak up more.
Yeah, you can just say we spoke about it yesterday.
Yeah. Gabby 1.5, Troy 1.5, Edward 1.5, Cam and Colin 1.5. Also, Jack, Momo, Krishna, Ian, Ryder, Rye, and Tade with 1. And then I had Luke and Devin with 1 as well. Nitin, Peach, Tanner, and Everett with 0.5.
All right. So enter in the comment section real quick. Is this feed so much smoother? Is it like ridiculously smoother, or are we still lagging sort of? Because I think it could be no smoother than this, because we're using YouTube directly. Again, there's no fancy stuff added, and we can't like have any like contact. But yeah, so it's almost instantaneous. All right, so this is probably what we're gonna go through. I might, as I told Kendrick before we ditched this, I was like, "Hey, should we just ditch it this week and just go regular?" And I would add, and I would add maybe some books in the background and do it like Mr. Rogers. And he was like, "Nah, let's try it one more time. Let's just try the cool one more time." So we tried it. We have to ditch it.
Yeah.
I had some really, really cool stuff planned, but it is what it is. So if I have to show you the book like this, I might have to do that. If I have to show you a clipboard and actually bring out one and draw it, I might do that as well. So again, we'll slowly figure that stuff out. And you want to talk to them about this week, and I'm gonna go grab a clipboard actually. Talk to them about the Zoom stuff and what they should need to do.
Oh yeah, so this week on Zoom, so I gave Armand some tips about speaking up and you did so much better yesterday. Gabby and Troy are now able to participate in everything, even with their shots. Cam didn't get to see you yesterday. I know your video was messing up a lot. Fan, good job taking over for Finley. Edward, you're doing a really good job with the jump ropes, dude. It's amazing. You come a long way with the jump ropes. Jack, I don't know if you're on here, but I saw you playing around a little bit yesterday with the jump ropes. I don't know what you were doing. You're being a little goofy, but
so try to stay focused.
Try to stay focused. And Gabby, Troy, you guys shouldn't miss any more. You got a hoop now. That means you can actually participate in every single thing that we do now. So keep working. Momo, I talked to you yesterday. I know you've been working without the Zoom. So when you can get on, you get on this, and let me know when you get on, so that we know not to kick you out, because we don't know if it's you or not.
You can rename your iPhone just by going to the settings. Then there would be no problem.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to do that, go to Google. It's a search engine. It's called Google.com, and then you type in rename iPhone.
Yeah.
And
Oh
then
yeah.
boom, it'll show you.
Ren, you're improving a lot as well. So you keep it up. You keep it up as well.
I love Ren's jump rope
Yeah.
and his push-ups are getting better too. All right. So you guys, I wanted to also mention about that success can't be forced thing. I already said that we can't force you, and that but you need to push yourself. But you also, if we push you too hard, you're gonna fall. But if you push us to push you, then you can fly. All right, so that's the last little trick about that. What you want to do is, I mean, we can't push you, but if you constantly push us to push you, there is no stopping you then. So if you feel like I'm backing off of you and I'm not like pushing you that hard, there was a time when I think like Momo did not want to be a part of our program because I was too mean or something like that. And she thinks, no, that didn't happen, but trust me, it happened. But then later on, like she got to the point where she was asking me to push her. So if you don't want anyone pushing you, you're not going to go that far. And if you're only like, well, I need everyone to just back off me and let me go at my own pace, you're only going to go so fast by yourself. So you want to get to the point where you can push yourself. All right. Here's some curriculum stuff real quick. I wanted to talk about, and let's see if I can do this. It might look silly on here. I'm not sure, but you guys can see this, right? All right. Again, not very fancy, but it'll get the job done. All right. So I spoke yesterday about the outlet pass, okay? The outlet pass, when someone gets a rebound right here, all right, the point guard does not want to be way over here trying to get a long pass, all right? The point guard does not want to be right here, right next to him, trying to get a pass either. The point guard wants to be far enough away from him and at a 45-degree angle. So this, or this, there's only one of those is a good answer. For this one, it's not good because if that pass went straight across, you're not getting anywhere ahead. This one is not good either because if you pass straight here, that means that the person isn't going to know where the defenders are around them, and they can be attacking them from both sides. All right, so that's hard to keep up with. So it's not there. The answer is 45 degrees away. And then for you young kids who don't know what a 45-degree angle is, all right, it's this. That's 0 degrees. That's 90 degrees. All right, and if you drew the whole circle, that is 180. All right, now is that it? 180, 90? Yeah, that's about it, right? All right, and if you keep going, you got 270. And if you go all the way around, that's at 360 degrees. So you guys understand that, right? So if you took 360, and you just took a fourth of it, that's 90 degrees. So this is called a 90-degree angle. I'm teaching you guys math now. All right, this is 45 degrees. And I explained it like that because I know 90% of you guys know what a 45-degree angle is. But the problem is you don't do it in games. Nope. All right. So you might as well just be a first grader who does not understand. All right. This is a 45-degree angle pass. All right. So you want to be there for any kind of outlet passes. You want to be there also for our press break. You want to be at 45-degree angles. All right. 45-degree angles is the optimal spot to be in. And when you're here, you want to put your butt to the sideline so you can see ahead and so you can see behind. So you want your eyes to be right there, looking straight about right there. All right. So you want to look ahead to see if someone's open down here. You want to look ahead to see if the defenders are coming right there. You want to also look behind to see the person passing to you. So you want to see all of them. So those are the angles. All right. And I know that looks like nothing now, but you guys all saw it. All right. Again, not very fancy, but it is what it is. All right. So make sure for our outlet passes that we're far enough away and that we're at 45-degree angles and looking ahead and behind. All right, let's get to the story of the day. It's one of my favorite stories because when I was a stepdad, I always thought this stuff. All right, because man, stuff just cycles on and on and on. Again, the quote of the day, if you have the book, is there are no just this one-time events. I always hear people say that. He's a kid, just let him do it. It's just this one time. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything long term. Right? Yeah. Like just because this kid is afraid now doesn't mean he's going to be afraid for his job interview. Yeah, it absolutely does. It's not 100%, but it's close. All right. So there are no just this one-time event. Each chance that you're faced with adversity, you're teaching yourself this is what we do when faced with the challenge. All right, the hurdles only get bigger, so be willing to go through it now or to forever get further behind. All right, so what that means is this: You hear it all the time from people who are really tough. Like let's say Scottie Pippen, from the Bulls. Since some of you guys might be watching it, put it right in front of you. Since some of you guys might be watching it, where he played for the Bulls. They're on the third level, the third episode. Sorry, coming up here soon for ESPN. But he was from a very humble town. All right. And he grew up dirt poor. He had a basketball hoop, but like it was always like dusty, and like they had like 12 kids, all this stuff. And when he got into the pros and he had to get behind Michael Jordan, a lot of people would not have been able to handle that, being as good as a great player as he was. But he was always super selfless. All right. And so all the stuff that he went through when he was younger directly contributed to what he was when he was older. So for you guys, here's the problem. When you're 3 years old and you're afraid to slide down the slide, that's the biggest issue that you'll face that year. And I think your parents need to help you get through it. And the parents that say, oh, you're too scared, and they're like, please don't let me, please don't let me. That's the same thing as the whole door thing with the NBA versus not. Am I saying that kid's life is over if he doesn't slide down that slide? Almost. Yeah. At least his fantastic life. Because that slide the next year, when he's like 5, maybe 2 years, when he's 5, he'll be able to slide down a slide easy. So that's no longer the problem. He can't conquer his fear by sliding down a slide now. Because of course he can slide down the slide. But now his new fear is to go to kindergarten class. Now he's too afraid to do that. And then when he's like 10, he's not afraid to go to school. No. He understands that. But now he's too afraid to go up to a girl and talk to her. All right, and I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself for that one, but still. All right, and it's going to keep following you, and you're going to keep being scared. But if you can conquer any one of those levels, whether it be like, when you're 16, afraid to drive, or 18, afraid to go to college, or 21, afraid to do anything in life, or 25, afraid to go on that job interview, you have to conquer it sooner or later, and it's just going to get harder and harder and harder. Because if I have a choice to let my son or daughter go through the trials and tribulations of sliding down a slide when they're 3, or the trials and tribulations of driving a car when they're 16, I'm going to force them to slide down that stupid slide, because what's the worst that can happen? Like, really? I mean, like, nothing that bad. How about a car, though? Oh, they can get into a car accident easy and die. All right. So it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And we have to solve those things early in life. So if you're afraid of anything right now, solve it, because your problems right now are easier than they will ever be. If you don't solve it right now, you'll never be able to. All right. I wanted to drop one more for you guys. Today's drills that I want to talk about were the shell drill. We're not going to go over that. Last second shots. Do last second shots. You're home alone. Maybe you have a basketball court, whatever. If you don't have one, sorry. But if you do last second shots. Like count to 10. Like count down from 3. Shoot those shots and really imagine the game time pressures. All right. For high school, football passes. Throwing the ball long. I know that you have no one to pass it, but you can pass the ball off a wall. Because if you can get that football pass right, you can throw long passes. You're able to do so much more. I wanted to show you guys 2 more things if I have time. One is the interior cuts passes. All right. I spoke about it before, but when you're here and here, all right, and you have a person pass you the ball. If I pass this person the ball and they have the ball right there, that means that this guy should switch to that side. All right. And while he's switching, if you pass it to him, you pass it to him right underneath the basket. But when he switches sides, now the defense has to rotate. And then if he rotates, you can drive, you can pass out, or other things like that. If this guy catches the ball, that means that this guy flashes down low, all the way to that block. All right. So basically, between the two inside guys, there are 3 spots. And whenever any one of these guys catches it, the other guy will switch spots and run for a score. All right. So understand that in our offense, whenever we pass the ball to the inside players, that needs to happen. All right. Tell me, God. 30. All right. Last one for you guys. Last one. All right. For defense, let's turn it out this way. For defense, if you're guarding a player right here, and the ball is right here. You want to make sure that you're on the top side of this guy. All right. And when they swing the ball to right here, this person has to jump off to the midsection. You have to know the difference between whether he has the ball and you're in front or whether he has the ball and you're off. You must jump off and not be anywhere near them. So these two spots are very, very important. These two spots. When this guy has the ball, you're 3/4 fronting. When this guy has the ball, you're halfway off. You have to jump to those spots and know the difference. And then when they pass the ball to this side, boom, you need to jump off to this third spot. All right. And so those are the spots that you have to jump to. You have to jump to them fast. And for our drill where we have post positioning and he comes around and around and around, those are the spots that you have to know to jump to. So it's really only three main things. And you have to understand how to get to those places. All right. Again, sorry for the whole shoddy nature of this, but it is what it is. All right. I'll figure out a new setup. We'll do it on YouTube from now on, just straight like this, because this went way better. So we tried to not be fancy whatsoever.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about the lack of fanciness. I had a couple of things planned, but it's okay. Next up is our Zoom thing. Make sure you guys work hard for that. I think Finley's gone for the whole week. Yeah. So Finn, step it up. Make sure that you talk a little bit faster this time so we can get to other things too. Got it?
All right, guys.
All right. We'll see you guys in a second. We'll send out that Zoom link as well. All right. Peace. Any questions in there? Maybe you need a new computer. No, Mom, I'm good. I think it's just the internet. All right. See you guys.